I'll never understand what that works. Come on, why is this webpage not working? I want to play my music! Chug-a-lugga, 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 chug-a-lugga. My computer's chug-a-lugging today, chat. Like, unironically, this webpage is just not pulling up. There it is. Okay, now it's loading. No music? I'm getting there. I'm getting it. It's just fighting me is all. There. Computer feels like it's stuttering. Oh my god. Hi everyone. My computer just feels like it's going so slow. It's taking forever to do anything. Oh my god, why is it doing this? There we go. Alright. Alright, there we go. Now I'm ready. Let's get to work. I wanted to stream earlier, but I was out riding my bike quite a bit. I got a haircut and everything today because I needed to get things done. If I didn't get a haircut, I would have had hell to pay later. Oh, but Halen, you're a grown-ass adult. Yes, I can be a grown-ass adult and live with people, and they can still be as angry with me for not getting a haircut. That's life. That's life, chat. But we're here now, so it's fine. It's whatever. Alright, so we're going to be starting off today with the usual, which is reviewing our terms and then going into terms that we need to read. Then we're going to be reading about Umiya Kawa Den no Jiko, which is... Come on, Yomi-tan, I know that you can work. accident. River and ocean accidents. 去年は今までの10年で一番多かった。Something about the past 10, something about 10 years now. 今まで去年は Is it 10 years before now? No, 去年 last year. Okay, what the hell? Oh wait, I tried translating this, didn't I? What does it say? In the 5 years through March of this year, there were... Nope, that's not it. Who is this? All right, let's see, because it's listing like 3 different time periods all at once, which is what's confusing me. Because I know that in English we can do that, but... Imamare. Okay, last year was the most in the last 10 years. Okay, wait, I think I get it. 今までの10年 is like in the past 10 years, so 10 years before now. 10 years of now. Okay, so if I were to encounter something like that again, I'm gonna add that to the notes area, by the way, just because that's interesting. I never really thought about that. 今まで There you are. Read as 10 years of now. But specifically, it's not 10 years from now. There we go. All right, it's added to the notes. So yeah, 10 years of now. So not 10 years of now as in the future, but 10 years of now as in the past. As in this moment's past 10 years. So let's see. More rain and water race accidents in the past. Let's see. There have been more river and ocean-based accidents. Let's see, in the past 10 years? Wait, last year, then in the past 10 years. Oh yeah, that's right, we're gonna watch Hachi. I was thinking of watching Hachi today, wasn't I? Let's go. So I'm thinking of watching Hachi today.
Do you remember how to say, "We are tired, aren't we"?
疲れてね。
疲れましたね.
疲れましたね.
Now try and say, "Shall we rest a little bit"?
ちょっと休みましょうか?
ちょっと休みましょうか?
Yes.
What does it mean when you say, スキーロッジの中に入りましょうか?
スキーロッジの中に入りましょうか? Which is... No. How about we enter the ski lodge?
Shall we get inside the ski lodge? Try to say, you need a sleeping bag, a change of clothes, and other things, but you don't need a tent.
There we go. Let's see. 寝袋や会議はいりますか? テントはいりません。
寝袋や着替えはいりますが、テントはいりません。
I was also watching a video, by the way, an interesting video about textbook Japanese versus casual Japanese. Hold on.
じゃあみんな、私とジャックでお手本見せるから、みんなもやってみて。
There we go. Come on. So, like, I've seen shorts like this recently.
Textbook Japanese versus real Japanese. 大きい でか小さいちっちゃ難しいむずおいしいうま気持ち悪いキモかっこいいイケメン You can learn real Japanese in Mochi's lessons. Trial lesson for joining my course will happen again.
That's I don't know about taking any advertisements right now. But like that's a good like example. I saw Hansamu and Ikemen was also compared. But yeah, like videos like this have been surfacing on like one of the platforms that I frequent.
Let's hear you say, "What time are we going to watch a movie on Thursday?"
Come on, get up here. There we go. There we go. 木曜日、何時に、見てますか？映画を見てますか？
木曜日、何時に映画を見に行きますか？
I was close. So, 木曜日、何時に映画を見に行きますか？
Try to say, "No, nothing in particular."
Let's see. いいえ。It's not 空いてます。No, I think it is 空いてます。
いいえ、特にありません。
No, it's not 空いてます。いいえ、特にありません。
Do you remember how to say, "Let's eat box lunch in the park at 12:30"?
Let's see. Thinking. 12時 Yes, 12時半12時半は公園お弁当を食べましょう。
12時半に公園でお弁当を食べましょう。
I forgot the knee. My head's a bit fried today because it's been really hot today. Is it hot anywhere for anyone else? Oh, that reminds me. One of the things I saw was atsui in Japanese is often pronounced as atsu. Atsu. So I might have to try implementing that more.
Try to say, "Do you have things to do on Sunday?"
今日はとても暑いですよ。アメリカの夏はとても暑いですよ。日曜日、用事がありますか？
日曜日、用事がありますか？
What does it mean when you say,
江ノ島はどうですか？とても有名なビーチですよ。
How about Enoshima? It has a very famous beach, you know.
"How about Enoshima? It's a very famous beach, you know."
Yes. But yeah, the fucking heat today has been killer. It's not as hot as it was when I was in Japan. That was like a different level of heat. But this was,
What's the meaning of
disgusting heat.
日本中を自転車で旅行したいです。
日本中を自転車で旅行したいです。I want to travel all over Japan by bicycle.
I want to travel all over Japan by bicycle? How do you say, "Why don't we have coffee or something at the cafe next door?"
That would be 隣のカフェでコーヒーでも飲みませんか？
隣のカフェでコーヒーでも飲みませんか？
How do I say read? Okay, read. Let's take a look. Let's see how to say the verb read in Japanese. Alright. Come on. Japanese word for read? Yomu. Okay, so let me try something really quick. 隣の本屋で、本でも読みませんか? Let me see if that works. 本屋で、読みませんか? 隣の本屋で本でも読みませんか? Okay. Why can't I use that there? Let me just make sure really quick. Hey, are you here? Yes, why don't we read a book at the bookstore next door? But what if I remove that? What does it become? Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was going to become also. Why don't you read a book at the bookstore next door? Yeah. Hondemo. Wait, no, hold on. Or something. It's missing the or something. So it's close, but not exactly right.
Now try and say, "This is my second time."
2
2
回目です。
Let's see if you can say, "Why are you going to have a party tomorrow?"
どんな明日はパーティーをしますか?
どうして明日パーティーをしますか？
どうして明日パーティーをしますか?
Try to say, "Is your elder brother single?"
独身ですか? お兄さんは独身ですか?
お兄さんは独身ですか？
What's the way to say, "I want to be a writer in the future"?
Ah, fuck. 将来の将来仲へなりたいです。
将来作家になりたいです。
将来作家になりたいです。
Okay, now try to say, "As a matter of fact, it's my class reunion, but I'm a poor dancer."
I guess the exhaustion from using all my energy today is finally catching up with me. Fuck! 同窓会なんですが、ダンスが苦手なんです。
同窓会なんですが、ダンスが苦手なんです。
タツさん、元気ですか? あなたの Let's see. 今日はいいですか?
Try to say, "They work at the city hall."
市役所で働いています。
市役所で働いています。
チャット、皆さん、Dark Souls 3を、したいです。そして、明日、We will. How do I say we will? I just make noises like that to stop myself from yawning so much.
Let's see if you can say, "I work at the office from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock."
9時から5時まで会社でます。 no, 会社で働きます。Which would for me be 7時半、7時半から4時半まで会社で働きます。
9時から5時まで会社で働きます。
What's the way to say, My best friend's name is Ms. Yoko Sato.
親友は私の親友は佐藤陽子さんと言います。
私の親友は佐藤陽子さんと言います。
俺の親友はポッピーツイックルと言います。
Let's see if you can say, Do you have best friends?
親友がいますか？
親友がいますか？
Let's hear you say, This is my grandmother.
こちらは祖母です。
これは私の祖母です。
これは私の祖母です。
Try to say, No, I don't come very often.
いいえ。よくあまり来ません。
いいえ、あまり来ません。
Yes! I was actually unsure about that.
Do you remember how to say, What kind of dog is this puppy?
子犬、この子犬はどんな犬ですか？
この子犬はどんな犬ですか？
Yes.
What's the way to say, There is a tea ceremony room in the garden?
子犬はStop it! Buddy! Stop trying to make me yawn! 子犬は好きです。茶室があります。庭に茶室があります。
庭に茶室があります。
Okay, now try to say, All three of them are teachers.
3人とも教師です。
3人とも教師です。
Do you remember how to say, Who is the person you are with?
that you are with. それはどなたですか？
そちらはどなたですか？
Close. そちらはどなたですか？
What's the way to say, There are a break room and conference rooms further down the hallway?
廊下の奥に休憩室と会議室があります。
Let's hear you say,
I didn't mean to hit.
What does it say here?
ここに何と書いてありますか？
ここに何と書いてありますか？
Let's see if you can say, Please come on in.
どうぞ上がってください。
どうぞ上がってください。
Do you remember how to say, We are going to swim at the pool now. Why don't you swim too, Yoko?
The thing is, I can modify a lot of these to have other sentences, to have like other uses. It's just that I don't know how to for the most part. I don't know the words for them yet. Shonen. No. Shonen is this year. 今、プールを泳ぎます。今、プールで泳ぎます。ヨコさんも泳ぎません。ヨコさんも泳ぎませんか？
これからプールで泳ぎます。陽子さんも泳ぎませんか？
これから。That's the word I was saying!
Try to say, They are very intelligent.
とても賢いです。
とても賢いです。
Do you remember how to say, We are tired, aren't we?
疲れましたね。
疲れましたね。
Let's
You need
hear
a
you
young tenor,
say,
I really do.
What time are we going to watch a movie on Thursday?
木曜日、何時に映画を見に行きますか？
木曜日、何時に映画を見に行きますか？
Try to say, No, nothing in particular.
いいえ、特にありません。
いいえ、特にありません。
Do you remember how to say, Let's eat box lunch in the park at 12:30?
5時半、5時半頃の、5時半に、5時半に公園でお弁当を食べましょう。
12時半に公園でお弁当を食べましょ
Excuse the loud bang you heard.
Let's see if you can say, why are you going to have a party tomorrow?
どうして明日パーティーをしますか？
う。どうして明日パーティーをしますか？
What's the way to say, I want to be a writer in the future?
将来作家になりたいです。
将来作家になりたいです。
Let's hear you say, this is my grandmother.
これは俺の祖母です。
これは私の祖母です。
Do you remember how to say, who is the person you are with?
死にました。そちらはどなたですか？
そちらはどなたですか？
Do you remember how to say, we are going to swim at the pool now. Why don't you swim too, Yoko?
これからプールで泳ぎます。ヨッコさんも泳ぎませんか？
これからプールで泳ぎます。ようこさんも泳ぎませんか？
イエーイ！イエーイ! Alright, let's do our lesson. God, I
What's
don't
the
know
way
why I
to
keep
say-
yawning today.
The outside.
Wait, I just remembered something that I have turned off. Where's the fishing game? I need my fishing game. I need my lurking bait. There you are. Come on, lurk bait. You do your thing. Soto.
外。
Now, how do you say, the outside temperature?
I don't remember.
外の温度。
Soto no ondo. But there's different words for outside temperature, like 30度. Nando is how many degrees. Ondo, let's see. Kion. Kion is the word I was looking for. What happens if I said to transparency? How will that work? Alright, we'll set the transparency. What happens? Ondo. Soto no kion.
Let's hear you say, what is the outside temperature approximately?
外の温度は何度ですか？
外の温度は何度ぐらいですか？
外の温度は何度ぐらいですか？ぐらい is approximately. I forgot. Is it not starting automatically? No, it's not. Of course it's not starting automatically. I thought it was going to. Oh! Oh! Hold on. Oh no, I see the issue. Yes, I see the issue now. Back to chroma key. Well, that explains why I wasn't using transparency. It's because when I use transparency, it just completely fills the void with darkness. What is this, fucking Kingdom Hearts when I say that? The music is ending too, so I need to switch the music. There it is. And my cursor is missing now. There it is. Give me a second, and just let me hit the button. Loop this. There we go. Now we've got it all ready. Okay. 外の温度は何度ぐらいですか？チャットさん。君の国で、外の温度は何度ぐらいですか？ Let me try something. I want to see if this works. 君の国に、外の温度は何度ぐらいですか？Ah, it worked. So, 君の国に外の温度は何度ぐらいですか？俺のI'm so happy I got that right.
Do you remember how to say, "It's cold, isn't it? What is the outside temperature approximately?"
寒いですね。外の温度は何度ぐらいですか？
寒いですね。外の温度は何度ぐらいですか？
Nice. Now practice saying,
ゼロ。Final Fantasy Type 0。俺の好きな Final Fantasy は Final Fantasy Type 0 HD
here's how to say,
です。
0 when used with the counter for the hour, score, angle, or temperature.
レイ。
0
Let's hear that again.
0
Ray. Alright, I'm just gonna add that to the notes. Ray. Nose is itchy.
0 in Japanese can be either
0
or.
0
When used with the counter for things like the hour, score, angle, or temperature, we must use
0
For example, 0 hours or midnight is
0時
0
Ah.
points is
0点
and 0 degrees is
0
0度
Rado makes sense. Reiji makes sense. So 0 hours is Reiji. So midnight is Reiji. I haven't been awake past midnight in a while.
How do you say
Rei.
0
using what you've learned?
0
0度
Listen carefully.
えーっと
Means let me see. Let's hear that one more time.
えーっと
えーっとえーっとえーっとえーっと
When we want to signal our listeners that we are thinking, as in let me see in English, we can say
えーっと
it's similar to
そうですね
well, but
えーっと
is more casual and spontaneous.
はい何時にmy leg. While I was riding my bike last week after I accidentally ended stream way too early, I went for I wound up banging my leg on the bike and it kind of left a big bruise. I didn't think it would get this big, but it's like it's bigger than my thumb. It's about the size of like a walnut. It's big.
Try to say, let me see. In the next question, let's assume that someone has asked about the outside temperature, and you are looking at a thermometer to find the information.
Hi.
Good job so far. Now, think of the way to say, let me see. Wow, it's 0 degrees, you know.
Wow. Let's see. わー、0度ですよ。
わあ、0度ですよ。
What's the way to say, it's stifling hot, isn't it? What do you think the temperature of the room is?
蒸し暑いですね。この部屋は何度ですか？
蒸し暑いですね。部屋の温度は何度でしょうか？
Ah, there it is. でしょうか? That's the phrase I was missing. 部屋の温度は何度でしょうか？蒸し暑いですね。蒸し暑いですね。部屋の温度は何度でしょうか？
Do you remember how to say, well, it's probably around 35 degrees, I think.
Let's see. So, let's see. じゃあ、30、多分30ぐらいでしょう。30ぐらいでしょう。
そうですね。多分35度ぐらいでしょう。
Oh, 35. Oh, 35, 35. I only said 30. 30ぐらいでしょう。
Now try and say, it's cold, isn't it? What is the outside temperature approximately?
Let's see. 寒いですね。外の温度は何度ぐらいですか？
寒いですね。外の温度は何度ぐらいですか？
Nice. Now practice saying, let me see. Wow, it's 0 degrees, you know.
0度ですよ。
わあ、0度ですよ。
Here's how you would say, below 0, when referring to a sub-zero temperature.
零下。Oh, apparently Reika has a very specific use when it's used with that. Ah, there it is. Reika. Below 0. So, Reika. Below 0. Reika.
零下
Literally means below 0.
零下5度
For example, means 5 degrees below 0. You can also use the borrowed word
マイナス
minus, as in
マイナス5度
to mean the same. Just remember that the Japanese uses the degree Celsius, so
0度
in Japan actually means 32 degrees in Fahrenheit.
そうですか。なるほど。
So far, so good. Can you figure out how to say 10 degrees below 0?
10度零下。
零下10度
Oh, I was backwards. Reiko judo.
Now let's learn temperature of the air.
気温
Kion. All right, let's see how the kanji is for kion. All right. Kion. And that is temperature of the air. Kyon.
Do you remember how to say temperature of the air?
気
Kyon.
温
Spirit, mind, air, right? Because that's the key for. Oh wait, Kyon, air. Yes, that makes sense. On, warm. Air warm.
Listen to the way you would say the present or now.
現在
Ensai.
Let's hear
Genzai.
that again.
現在
Genzai. Alright, what is the kanji for it? Present, actually existing, and exists. So present exists. Hmm.
現在
Can work as a noun, the present, or an adverb, now, presently, or currently. It's a synonym for
今
but often used in more formal occasions, such as a news show or a weather report on TV.
そうですか。なるほど。このニュース、このノットはとても面白いですよ。
Now, how do you say
現在、
the present or now?
今日の現在の天気温は暑いですよ。I wonder if that works. No. 現在の気温はとても暑いですよ。Current temperatures are very hot. Yes. If I add 今日の現在の気温はとても暑いですよ。現在。
現在
I love experimenting with Japanese words and phrases so that I can see if I can get a handle on it.
Based on what you've seen so far, how do you think you would say the present temperature? Literally, you're saying temperature of the present.
現在の wait 気温の現在
現在の気温
I was right. It was 現在の気温. Gotta stop falling for that trick.
Now, how do you think you would say Sapporo's present temperature is 10 degrees below zero?
Okay. Here we go. 札幌の現在の気温は零下10度です。
札幌の現在の気温は零下10度です
Yes! I got it! 札幌の現在の気温は零下10度です。
Winter in Japan is relatively mild, except for the northern interior regions, where the lowest temperature can be as low as minus 30 Celsius. The average temperature for January is minus 4.1 degrees Celsius in Sapporo, 5.8 degrees Celsius in Tokyo, and 16.6 degrees Celsius in Naha, Okinawa. That said, you may feel a lot colder than the thermometer tells you while visiting Japan in winter months. It may be due to windiness, higher humidity, or the lack of central heating systems in most private residences.
True. When I was staying in When I was staying in the dorm buildings, there wasn't really a heating system in the dorms other than like the AC. So, oftentimes God. Oftentimes we would have to like deal with that. With like the temperatures being too hot or too cold.
Do you remember how to say Well, it's probably around 35 degrees, I think.
Let's see. じゃあ、多分、35度でしょう。
そうですね。多分35度ぐらいでしょう。
I forgot the good eye. Okay. So, そうですね。そうですね。Oh, it's そうですね。Not じゃあ。そうですね。多分、or I could say, 多分35度ぐらいでしょ
Now try and say, it's cold, isn't it? What is the outside temperature approximately?
寒いですね。寒いですね。外の温度は何度ぐらいですか？
寒いですね。外の温度は何度ぐらいですか？
Nice. Now practice saying, let me see. Wow, it's 0 degrees, you know.
0度ですよ。
わあ、0度ですよ。
Do you remember how to say, Sapporo's present temperature is 10 degrees below 0?
Let's see. 札幌の札幌の現 something の温度の気温は0か10度です。
札幌の現在の気温は0か10度です。
OK。札幌の現在の気温は0か10度です。Let's try that one
Do
more
you
time.
remember how to say, Sapporo's present temperature is 10 degrees below 0?
札幌の現在気温は0か10度です。
札幌の現在の気温は0か10度です。
How do you say 0
Ray.
when used with the counter for the hour,
We
score,
must be-
angle, or temperature?
We must be going through like the review end of this. Ray.
0
Okay, now try
Speaking
to say
quiz, yeah.
0 degrees.
0度。
0度。
Try to say,
えっと、
let's hear you say 10 degrees below 0.
0か10度。
0か10度。
Do you remember how to say temperature of the air?
気温。
気温。
Now, how do you say
現在。
現在。
remember this? Say the present temperature.
現在の気温。
現在の気温。
Alright, let's start the next lesson. And then let's see. Hold on, I want to see how many there are for this section. Oh yeah, we'll do another lesson. And then we'll hop over to the news. And then maybe we'll come back to this later. But I want to check out a few things.
Here's how you would say, it's cooler today than yesterday.
今日は昨日より涼しいです。
昨日より涼しいです。今日は昨日より涼しいです。
This is how you say, cool.
涼しい。
涼しい。Alright. 涼しい. Sorry, I thought I heard the wind, but no, I was just hearing some kind of power drill outside. 涼しい. Cool. Cool. But not the cool as in かっこいい。これは気温の涼しい。
Please note that we mainly use
涼しい。
cool to describe the temperature of the air or the climate with a positive connotation. Make sure not to use it as the equivalent of cool in expressions like, he's so cool.
はい。これのクール、そのクールはかっこいいですよ。かっこいい。
Do you remember how to say cool?
Suzushi.
涼しい
Suzushi.
Now, can you figure out the best way to say
涼しいです
涼しいです
Here's how you would say
Yori.
more than.
より
Yori. More than. Alright. Now there's one thing I need to check really quick. Mare no. And the most in the last 10 years. So it wouldn't say here. Would it say here? Nope, it wouldn't say it here. Yori.
より
Is a particle that comes after the word used as the counterpart of a comparison. It's equivalent to than or more than in English.
Okay. So we'll see how to use this soon.
Nice. Now,
Yori.
より
do you remember how to say
Suzushi.
涼しい
nice? Now practice saying more than.
Yori.
より
Try to say yesterday.
Kino.
昨日
I want to say kino for a second. That's not it. There it is. Kino. Just to remind myself about the kanji for kino.
So far, so good. Can you figure out how to say more than yesterday?
Kino yori.
昨日より
Kino yori. And I'm adding that to the notes. Kino. Kino yori. More than yesterday. So, kino yori. So, could I also do kyo yori, more than today? More than today.
Based on what you've already learned, can you figure out how to say, it's cooler than yesterday? Literally, you're saying, it is more cool than yesterday.
Okay. Kino yori wa suzushii desu.
昨日より涼しいです
Okay, kino yori suzushii desu. There's no wa, it's just suzushi.
Did you notice that in
昨日より涼しいです
it's cooler than yesterday, the adjective
涼しい
itself does not change its form? What tells us that this is a comparison sentence? That's right. It's the particle.
より
Hi.
Now try and say today.
Kyo.
今
Kyo.
Do you remember how to say it's cool?
Suzushii desu. Suzushii
日
desu.
涼しいです
Let's hear you say it's cooler than yesterday.
Okay. Kino yori suzushii desu.
昨日より涼しいです
Time to put all the pieces together. How do you say it's cooler today than yesterday?
Let's see. Kyo wa. So this is kyo wa kyonen. No. Kyo wa kino. Kyo wa kino yori. Kyo wa kino yori suzushii desu.
今日は昨日より涼しいです
Yes. Your
Now,
comprehension's
how do
really
you
good.
say
Thank you.
spring?
Haru.
春
Haru. Right.
What's the way to say this year?
Kyonen.
今年
Oh, kotoshi. Kotoshi and I always get the two mixed up. Kotoshi and kyonen.
Can you figure out how to say this spring, which will literally translate to spring of this year?
Kotoshi no haru.
今年の春
Kotoshi no haru. Happy summer, by the way, everyone. It's finally summertime. In the summertime.
Now, let's learn how to say last year.
Oh,
去年
Listen closely one more time.
Oh.
去年
Oh. I'll eat crow when I'm wrong. And I've been wrong here. Chonen is not this year. I was thinking chonen of like this year. Of like kyo as in, you know, today and then year. But no, that's right. Chonen is last year.
Now, how do you say,
去
Chonen.
年
based on what you've seen so far,
Chonen
how
no
do you
haru.
去年の春
Chonen no haru.
let's learn how to say warm.
暖かい
Atatakai. 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 Warm. Atatakai. So, I get where this is going. Let's see. 今年の春は去年の春より暖かいです。
Nice. Now
Atatakai.
practice saying
暖かい
up for a challenge? How would you say, this spring is warmer than last spring, isn't it?
Okay. 今年の春は去年の春暖かいですね。
今年の春は去年の春より暖かいですね
I forgot the yori. Okay, so it's 今年の春は去年の春より暖かいですね。
Now, how do you say summer?
夏、
夏
Try to say mountain.
山、
山
Up for a challenge?
富士山、
How would you say mountains in summer?
山に、no wait. I actually don't know.
夏の山
夏の山。Huh. Summer mountains. Summer's mountains. Hey, Moon, how's it going? What do you mean, good morning? Is it morning for you? No, it can't be morning for you because... Or what? 5, 6 hours ahead? It's late for you. How are you just waking up?
Now, let's learn fall or autumn.
Aki.
Ready?
秋
Let's hear it again.
秋
Aki. Hold up. Aki. Where is it? Ah, there you are. Aki. Good evening. How are you? Are you actually just waking up? Fall. Season. There we go. Fall season. There we go. Aki. Ore no skin. How do I say season in Japan? In Japanese. How do I say season in Japanese?
Try to say
Aki.
fall or autumn.
Aki.
秋
Now, can you figure out the best way to say mountains in autumn are more beautiful than mountains in summer, you know?
I have my windows darkened all day, so I'm losing my sense of time. It's been dark for hours in my room. Jesus, man, that does not sound sane. Holy shit, man. Jesus. Alright. But you know what? You do you. Let's see. Lol. Oh my god. Okay. So I think that's Akino Yama wa Natsu no Yama yori kirei desu yo.
秋の山は夏の山より綺麗ですよ
Yes! I got it! It's fine. Have my lazy, moody day today. That's fair. I was gonna be doing that. I was gonna be having a lazy mood. Then I got out of bed, decided, you know what? I want to go for a bike ride and I need a haircut. And I want to get a bike lock for my bike. So I did all three of those. I went for a bike ride, worked out a little bit, got my haircut, and now I'm here streaming. I wasn't gonna stream originally, but then I decided, fuck it. Why not? Aki no yama wa natsu no yama yori kirei desu yo. We might actually watch a movie later on stream. Where is it? Hachiko. Hachiko no eiga. So, Hachiko... Yes, Hachiko no eiga. So, Hachiko no eiga is literally the Hachiko movie. Do you know who Hachiko is? A hair ride and a bike cut? And all that in one day? Too much work. Hachiko is a very, very famous dog in Japan that everyone knows. There he is. That's Hachiko. Oh, you've already seen it. I want to watch it. I want to cry. But Hachiko is such a good boy. He was such a good boy. Look at him. Oh. Hachiko is about the dog that was always waiting for its owner to come by at Shibuya Station, but passed away. But like the owner passed away, so we might be watching this later because I love dogs. I love animals. I want to watch it so badly. Okay, let's continue with the lesson though, because I want to continue with this and then we get to the news that we have to do. Movies like that remind me of like Marley and Me, because Marley and Me was one of the first movies I ever saw that actually made me cry. It's so sad, but it's so endearing. It's like, what a good boy. Your owner's gone, but you're such a good boy. Give him lots of treats, give him lots of love, give him lots of hugs.
While Japanese people love the fragile beauty of
sakura,
cherry blossoms in spring, they also love the colorful displays of autumn leaves that paint the nation vivid red, yellow, and orange. On sunny weekends, popular nature spots are filled with people enjoying autumn leaves viewing, or
momijigari,
literally
Momijigari.
red leaves hunting with their friends and family.
Everyone thinks it's a fake scream, but it's not. I'm actually screaming out of surprise whenever that happens. I'm not screaming at like the top of my lungs because I'm like trying to get myself to not do that. But fuck, man. Surprise, you fucker.
Now try and say, this spring is warmer than last spring, isn't it?
Why I oughta come here. Like the fucking Homer Simpson. 今年の春は去年の春より暖かいですね。
今年の春は去年の春より暖かいですね。
すごいですよ。
Let's see if you can say, mountains in autumn are more beautiful than mountains in summer, you know.
My Japanese is getting really good, and I'm really happy with that. It's making me more excited to keep practicing every day because I keep finding myself wanting to like speak more Japanese, and it's just it keeps exciting me. 秋の山は夏の山より綺麗ですよ。
秋の山は夏の山より綺麗ですよ。
Tomorrow, I'm going to be playing Dark Souls 3 to do a test run of, like, the game to see if I can get, like, a good run down. I need to start getting in practice runs, so I'm going to be doing that after stream every day going through next week. But tomorrow, I want to do a first run.
Listen carefully.
ずっと
Means much more.
ずっと
Let's hear that one more time.
ずっと
ずっと I'm adding that to the notes. I'm also refilling my water bottle. Ah. I don't just leave my chair. Let's see. Are some training? Someone wants the crown. It seems want. Someone wants. What's wrong with me typing now? Ara, ore no, My lamp almost fell on me. I heard something like shaking right next to me. So I looked right next to me and I saw my fucking lampstand fucking swaying back and forth. I was like, oh no, don't you fucking hit me. What's wrong? あなたのタイピングは悪いですよ. Your typing's bad. Why is it that when I say it in Japanese, it doesn't sound as, like, harmful as if I were to say it in English? If I say it in English, it feels like I'm just being very hurtful. But if I say it in Japanese, I feel like, oh, I'm saying it a little more gently. I hope it's gonna be a close match on the event. On some suspense on who's gonna win. That's fair. I used to love playing that game so much. Dark Souls 3 was my favorite. So Dark Souls 3 is my favorite Souls.
Now, how do you say
ずっと
Ironically, I actually enjoy Dark Souls 2 a lot. I don't like the spiders, but I actually like Dark Souls 2 aside from if you die, you come back with less health. Same for, I don't like that about Demon Souls 2.
Now, can you figure out the best way to say it's much colder?
ずっと寒いです.
ずっと寒いです
Ah, I was right. It's much colder. I'm adding that to the notes. ずっと寒いです.
Listen to the way you would say
Fuyu.
winter.
冬
Let's
Fuyu.
hear that again.
冬
Fuyu. Let's get the kanji for it too. So now we have Fuyu. Fuyu, which is winter, Haru, which is spring, Natsu, which is summer, and Aki, which is fall.
How do you say winter?
Fuyu.
冬
Up for a challenge? How would you say winter in Hokkaido?
Hokkaido no Fuyu.
北海道の冬
Hokkaido no Fuyu. I wanted to do Dark Souls 2, but the others don't own that. Let's see. Elden Ring for next year would be cool. Open world offers many different kinds of approaches. I want to do Dark Souls 2, but the others don't own that one. Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, is an improvement over Dark Souls 2 base game, so I would recommend that one. It's also very gimmicky. Like, there's certain bosses that you can beat certain ways, but those bosses can be beaten multiple ways. Like, one of the early bosses you can beat on a floating platform, but you could also beat it by pulling a lever, causing the floor to rise up, and the platform is no longer floating. It is like completely, part of the surrounding terrain. You don't have a risk of falling off.
Now, let's learn how to say Kyushu.
Kyushu.
九州
Listen closely one more time.
九州
Kyushu wa suki desu. No, that's not the Kyushu I want. Dark Souls 2 basically has hate knights for points. The hades and softs don't give points though, fair. There it is, Kyushu. I like both versions. I like Scholar of the First Sin specifically. Kyushu. Up Kyushu. Kyushu. I was in Kyushu last year, by the way. 去年、九州で住んでました。
Now, can you figure out the best way to say, the winter in Hokkaido is much colder than the winter in Kyushu?
Yeah, I like Scholar of the First Sin a lot more than normal Dark Souls 2. I tried normal Dark Souls 2 and I don't know, there was something about it that I just couldn't get into, and I don't know what the difference between the two was that made me like Scholar better. Hokkaido no Fuyu wa, 九州の冬より、寒いです。
北海道の冬は九州の冬よりずっと寒いです。
I forgot their winter in Hokkaido is veel kälter als the winter in Kyushu. I did your lesson in German. Alright, let me try this again. 北海道の冬は九州の冬よりずっと寒いです。I forgot the ずっと寒いです. That was where I got caught up before. My nose.
Japan is an arc-shaped island country consisting of 4 major islands and about 7,000 smaller ones. These 4 major islands are, from north to south,
北海道、本州、四国
and
九州。本州、
the largest, is a little bigger than Minnesota, while
四国、
the smallest is slightly smaller than Vermont. Since they are all fairly large, people who live in them don't consider themselves as living on islands.
Huh. I didn't know that. That's actually very interesting. So technically, you could probably Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku. Let's see what Shikoku is. Image. And Honshu. Okay. And which of those islands can I catch Pokemon? Honshu. Do you know why? Because Honshu has the Kanto region. Quite literally, Honshu has Kanto. Horrible joke, but true. It's a horrible joke, but it's true.
Now try and say, this spring is warmer than last spring, isn't it?
今年の春は去年の春より暖かいですよ。
今年の春は去年の春より暖かいですね。
Let's see if you can say, mountains in autumn are more beautiful than mountains in summer, you know.
The Pokemon baths drawn onto them show where they sit and are inspired. I don't know where Hoenn is inspired for. Same for Sinnoh. I think Sinnoh is like the northern part of Japan. Hold on. And I think Hoenn might be the south. Akinoyama. Okay. Akinoyama wa Natsu no Yama yori kirei desu yo.
秋の山は夏の山より綺麗ですよ。
Yes, there we go.
Nice. Now practice saying, the winter in Hokkaido is much colder than the winter in Kyushu.
I will look up where Sinnoh and Hoenn are inspired by after I finish this. 北海道の冬は九州の Kyushu no fuyu yori, ずっと寒いです。
北海道の冬は九州の冬よりずっと寒いです。
I was right! Hoenn is Kyushu, and Sinnoh is Hokkaido. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Kay.
Let's hear you say, this spring.
今年の春.
今年の春。
Now, how do you
Send
say
you a pic in Discord. I'll check it
last
out
year?
in a bit. 来年. No, not 来年. 去年.
去年。
Okay, now try to say last spring.
I know you're probably not going to answer the question, Kay, but I'm still going to ask. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. 去年の春.
去年の春。
Nice. Now practice saying
暖かい.
warm.
暖かい。
What's the way to say mountains in summer?
夏の山.
夏の山。
Try to say fall or autumn.
夏の山へ行きたいです。そう、夏の山へ行きたいです。I want to visit mountains in summer. 秋。
秋。
Now, how do you say
ずっと。
ずっと。
nice? Now practice
ず
saying
っと寒い。
ずっと寒いです。
how do you say winter?
冬。
冬。
Okay, now try to say winter in Hokkaido.
北海道の冬。
北海道の冬。
Yeah, there we go. All right. It's funny that like we were going over that because this article's title reminds me a bit of what we were just learning about umi ya kawade no jiko, which is river and ocean accidents. での、去年は今までの、10年で一番多かった。It's great. It's actually really helpful that I did that lesson because by doing that lesson, I learned that like the wa here is very useful. The second pick I sended you is better to see. All right, let me pull it up really quick. Okay, oh yeah, that is better. Hold on. Let's take a look. So, here's the Sinnoh region. Here's the Kanto region. Here's the Johto region. And here is the, what is it? The Hoenn region. Hoenn was my first Pokemon game, so... Let's see. Sevi Islands. Hoenn was... Sapphire was my first Pokemon game, so the Hoenn... So Kyushu has a very special place in my heart for that reason. Oh, so you actually stop over here. That's so cool. The Orange Islands, the Sevi Islands. They have so much area that they could still do. Fiore region. Like, they have so much area that they could still do for a Pokemon game. Look at this. I jumped second gen. And then my first was yellow and then sapphire. I jumped second gen. I love third gen so much because it was my first gen. But look at this. They have so much that they could do. What does that say? Aomiya region? I don't know the Aomiya region. You jumped second gen for some reason too? Maybe it's... I don't know. I don't really have an explanation because second gen is often seen as like an improvement over the first gen. But I did play Crystal on my own and I enjoyed it a lot. Almia's Pokemon Ranger. I see. Like all Pokemon regions crammed together. Same for Fiore. Okay, so Fiore and Almia are, what is it? Ranger. What is Sevi? Archipelago is, the orange archipelago is, what is it? Fire red and leaf green. I remember that. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know what Sevi Islands is. And let's see. Oh yeah, them all crammed together. Same for Fiore. Sevi Islands are fire red and leaf green. What's the orange archipelago? Wait, am I forgetting something? Am I getting Orange Archipelago and Sevi Islands mixed up? Yeah, it's small extra islands from Fire Red. Okay. I'm also pulling this up in the next tab. Huh. I'm gonna have to look that up in a sec. Up. South of Kanto and Johto. The Orange League. Are they not in a game? I remember the Orange League. Like, I guess I'm just misremembering, because I remember the Orange Archipelago as where Ash went. Well, I remember in the anime is where the Orange League was. It's just in manga and anime. No shit. I guess I'm misremembering things then. Because I thought that, you know, I thought that it was the Sevi Islands that were there. Why does this island look like it has a marker on it? Well, I'll admit I was wrong about that. Let's see. Let's take a look at this really quick. Oh. That's gotta be the Sevi Islands, the Orange League, the Orange Islands. I don't know what this area is. That looks like Galar? Is that Galar? That's Sinnoh. I recognize Sinnoh. Either I'm missing something or I don't see Johto. Oh, it's all 9, yeah. This is supposed to be the Poke World with all regions. Okay. I'm not seeing Sinnoh. Not Sinnoh, Hoenn. Kanto and Johto, I'm pretty sure, are down here. That's gonna drive me insane if I can't find Hoenn. But I can find Sinnoh at least. Alright, let's see. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was gonna be reading the news. Yeah, I want to read this. Okay, let's give it a shot.
全国の海や川などで発生した水の事故は1535件に上り、過去10年で最も多くなりました。特に去年9月から11月にかけて河川で水難事故に遭った人が過去5年の平均よりも多く、警察庁は残暑が厳しかったことも増加の要因の一つと考えられるとしています。また、死亡した人は794人、行方不明になった人は22人で、発生場所を分析したところ、海が372人、河川が288人、用水路が100人などとなりました。死亡や行方不明になった中学生以下の子供は、河川で水難事故に遭った人が海を
Hoenn is middle bottom attached to a big land. I see. I'll have to look at it again later.
水遊びをしている最中に事故に遭ったケースが多かったのではないかと分析しています。警察庁は本格的な夏を前に水流の激しかったり藻が生い茂って滑りやすかったりするなど危険な場所を避け、保護者が付き添い、子どもだけでは水遊びをさせないなど水難事故への注意を呼びかけています。
なるほど。Like a low water park cuts it off from the main continent. I see. Okay. 海や川での事故、去年は今までの10年で一番起こった。So there were more accidents last year than in the past 10 years. There were more river and ocean accidents last year than in the past 10 years. Take a listen. 暑くなると
海や川で遊ぶことが多くなります。事故に気をつけてください。警察によると、海や川などで遊んだりしていて、去年1500件ぐらいの事故がありました。794人が亡くなりました。事故は前の年より 10% 増えて、去年までの10年で一番多くなりました。中学生以下の子供が亡くなったり行方不明になったりしたのは、海よりも川の方が多くなっています。警察は滑りやすい危ない場所で遊ばないように言っています。そして子供が遊ぶときは大人が一緒にいるように言っています。
Okay. 暑くなると海や川で遊ぶことが多くなりました。As it gets hotter, the number of people that play in rivers and oceans is increasing. Let's see. Hoenn, Johto, and Kanto are in one row next to each other. Took me a second to realize what Kanto was. If I knew what Kanto was. Okay, I see Hoenn now. Yeah, it's just this little extra area up here that threw me off. Yeah, I see it. Alright, so this is Hoenn. So this is Johto. This is Kanto. Back to the article. Where did I put you? There you are. 事故に気をつけてください。Be careful of accidents. 警察によると海や川などで遊んだりしていて、let's see, 去年1500件ぐらい。What is Ken in this case? 件ぐらいの仕事の事故がありました。Alright. According to police, because of the rising number of people playing in rivers in the ocean, last year there were around 1,500 cases of accidents. 794人が亡くなりました。794 people died. Jesus. 亡くなりました。I'm glad I'm actually learning like 亡くなりました because I've seen it so much and I'm so used to shinderu as like, you know, death, that 亡くなりまし亡くなる is like a new way for me to learn dying, but still. 事故は前の年より10% 増えて increase. This is a 10% increase in the number of accidents in the time before. 去年までの10年で一番多くなりました。Because this 10% increase in accidents, it has become, last year was the most, what is it? Had the most accidents in it in the last 10 years. 中学生以下 Okay, thought so. 中学生以下 under, below の子供が Chinese, wait. Junior high school student, 中学生以下の子供が children under junior high school age 亡くなったり行方不明 What is that? 行方不明 Oh God 行方不明になったりしたのは God are either dead or missing. Either dead or missing. 海よりも川の方が多くなっています。More in the ocean than in rivers. Jesus Christ. Which makes sense because if kids get swept out to sea, there's a high chance that they're gonna be just gone. 警察は滑りやすい Nope, that's not the word. 滑り sliding. It's easy to slide. 危ない場所で遊ばないように言っています。So, according to police, you should not be playing in dangerous places where it's easy to slide or disappear. そして子供が遊ぶときは大人が一緒にいるのに言っています。Okay. Always tell adults when you're going somewhere. Children should tell adults when they're going somewhere. Wow. I'm actually surprised by that. Oyuki, big snow. Typhoon, which is typhoon. Oame, which is big rainstorm, which is like just a big rainstorm, honestly. Tatsumaki, Kaminari. So hurricane or tornado. No, tornado. Tsunami. I didn't realize that the word for tsunami was actually Japanese. Huh. But you know, thinking about it, that makes a lot of sense. Because the tsu. Oh, yuki, which is big snow, which probably blizzard. Nutjob, which is heat stroke. And jishin, which is earthquake. Taikokugo. Oh wow, what is this? You know, we've never actually taken a look we've actually never taken a look at like most of this before. We've actually never explored this website before. We probably should. Let's see if there's like anything on right now. Oh. Oh.
This is the first new variety we developed. It takes the good things, such as the flavor and sweetness.
Well, now I'm just disappointed because it's broadcasting in English and I want it in Japanese. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that I would just be speaking in Japanese. Okay, let's see. What else is there? Did I see? What did I just see? That. Okay, let's take a read at a story now. We're going to be reading a N4 story. Sakana-kun, Sakana no gaksha. Sakana no gaksha. What is gaksha? Why is Yomitan not working? Gaksha. Gaksha. Illustrator. Tarento. Mina-san. Sakana-kun. Yeah, I thought that was kun. Sakana-kun no shigoto. Sakana-kun no shigoto wa nanda to omoimashita. Nanda to? What did you just say to me? What's that? What is Sakana-kun's job? What is Sakana-kun's interesting job? Omoshiroi sakana no boshi o kabuteimasu. Put on. Kabuteimasu kara. Kondean. What is that? Comedian. Comedian ni mieru kamoshimasen. You may possibly be a comedian. Shikashi, jitsu wa Sakana-kun wa yume na sakana no gaksha de. Let's see. Kashi. Isn't Kashi? But, yeah. But he's a famous scholar. いろいろな活動をしています。What's 活動? Simply. いろいろな He does various activities. Taco, and kabuto gami. Oh God, I need water. Kabuto gani. Ah. でも暑いですよ。ニューイングランドの夏は、ニューイングランドの夏の気温は暑いですよ。でも、I think it's, what's south again? Migi? No. Minami no natsu yori atsui desu yo. But southern summers are more hot. Sakana-kun wa kodomo no hashi ni 時に友達の過去の絵を見て It showed its friend the taco a drawing. 海の生き物が好きになりました。生き物好きになりました。It's the ocean that it likes living in, I think. それからよく魚やFish market. Okay. 魚や海に行って海のwhere were you? I know I saw you before. 海の生き物を調べたり What is 調べたり in this case? たり shows two actions back and forth, shows examples of actions. Okay. And 絵を描いたりしました。What's 描いたり? Sketch. It drew a picture. So I don't really know how to translate that. Fuck. Sono toki kara, from that time, 将来は大学の先生になって future sensei in the future sensei of a school 海の生き物についてみんなに教えてと思っていました。Wants to teach, taught and saw. No, wait. Yeah, I thought so. Taught and thought. Umi no ikimono ni tsuite minna ni. So it taught what it thought. I don't know. It's like I can kind of understand it, but I can't think of how to phrase it. 中学生の時にはすごく難しいカブトガミのWhat's buka? Hatching. Buka ni seko. What's seko? Shite. So it's succeeding in hatching. News ni narimashita. It was difficult for the crab to hatch, but it succeeded in hatching. It was difficult for it to successfully hatch. Senmon, which is Senmon Gakko, the technical school Senmon Gakko o Sogyo shita wa ato wa after graduation from a technical school, pet shop ya sushi yare arubaito, like part-timer. Arubaito shinakara. So worked as a part-timer at a pet shop. Sakana no illustrator として働いていました. The fish worked as a illustrator. Sakana kun no e wa yume ni natte. So the illustrator, the fish's famous painting, famous picture, terebi ya zashi de talent no 仕事も Yeah, thought so. 仕事も始めました. So its talent began to get shown on TV and in magazines. Sakana-kun wa what was this again? 大学を創業していませんが While he was a student, he didn't study. 海の生き物について何でも知っているし Give me a second, I need to do something really quick. I just realized that I didn't pull up the right stream on my YouTube end, so I can't check chat as easily. Even though there's probably no one in my YouTube chat, but still. There we go. 知っているし、教えるのも上手だし、 上手だし、2006年に大学の先生になることができました。In 2006, he became a teacher. God. I don't understand most of this, but I've tried anyways. That's okay. It's rough, man. I can't give up. Okay, what time is it? We'll give it a few more minutes and then I think I'll wrap it up for today. Because I'm kind of tired. I guess exhaustion's finally catching up with me. Nakereba naranai. Nakereba naranai. Must do. Have to do. 仕事をしなければならない. I must do my work. 先輩が部屋に入ってきたら立って挨拶をしなければならない。I love learning Japanese and I love reading in Japanese. R2, R1. I wonder what other articles there are. You know what? Something I want to check. What's the 9? Where could you be? Shibuyaku. I want to see articles from when I was there. 27. Higashini. No, it would be up here, wouldn't it? Yes, because the articles would be the newest. Because they don't release articles on the weekend. Tuesday. When was it last year? I need to remember. Okay. Was the 4-day Kyushu. So when was it? October 12th till Monday, October 14th. Okay. So, and I went on the last day. So, let's see. Where's the news site? Okay, there's 2 points in time where it could be. It could either be on listed as it's coming up on the 11th, or it could be listed as it already happened, which would be the next week. So let's see if we can find Kyushu on here. Kyushu. No, we can't. Really? They didn't list the tour to Kyushu anywhere on here? That's kind of disappointing. Shibuya-ku. Halloween wa ie de haunted house 楽しんでください。Chad, I really want to go back to Japan. I hope I can go back soon. Indo. I really hope I can go back, next year. I don't know. It's just my dream to return. Atsukatsuku. I mean, can you blame me? I had the time of my life when I was there. I was teaching English and it was just a lot of fun. I know we read about this last week.
2027年春に首都圏と東北を結ぶ新たな夜行特急列車を導入します。常磐線の特急列車を改造し、10両の1編成で全室個室、1人用から4人用までのグレードの異なる部屋が備えられます。JR 東日本では寝台特急のカシオペアが今月の運行を最後に引退することになっていて、新たな夜行特急列車で夜間の旅行需要に応えたいとしています。
かっこいい! Alright. I'm kind of tired, so I think I'm going to start wrapping it up. Let's see. Who's on that we can raid? Let's raid into Rieru. Riru. We're gonna raid into Riru-san. Minna-san. Arigatou gozaimasu. Let's see. Tomorrow, I'll be back again to do more streaming. We're gonna be playing some Dark Souls 3. Maybe watching that anime. Maybe watching that movie. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.